Aloha, everybody. This is my Trader EQ prep for the week of July 23rd. Michael Mirafor on Twitter posted about how so many people who are high achievers that are trying to improve themselves speak all the time about the nonfiction books they've read. Believe me, I love nonfiction. I read it all the time. But the thing that he spoke to that I want to come on here and completely say 100% I agree with is that fiction can sometimes teach you deeper and in a more profound way than even nonfiction. And because I am such a love of fiction, I am going to speak to some issues that traders face that are addressed without speaking of trading, but it's the same battle. So if you're struggling with how to be a man or woman of your word and your character, read Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. If you're having a difficult time with temptation and constantly breaking your word to yourself, read The Last Temptation of Christ and see what real temptation and how you withstand it can be done. If you're struggling with having faith in yourself or faith for the journey, read A Prayer for Owen Meany. If you're struggling with listening to yourself and getting bogged down perhaps by other traders when you really need to now start listening to yourself, then read The Little Prince. If you're struggling with not having enough gratitude for yourself, then I want you to read Indubious Battle by John Steinbeck. If you're struggling with judgment, self-judgment, or judgment of other people, read To Kill a Mockingbird. If you're looking about the cautions of chasing and how you know you chase sometimes when you shouldn't, then read The Challenge of Chasing as Known through Wuthering Heights, an incredible book. If you're not able to let go of past mistakes that you've made at your trading desk or big losses that you've faced, I want you to read the book called The Midnight Library, which takes on a whole other position around what we think are regrets, and it just takes it and twists it upside down. If you're struggling with fear and maybe even terror, then read a book called The Great Alone, which will show you how a very young character struggles with her own fear and her own terrors. If you're struggling with being glass half empty and negative all the time, read The Cost of That in a novel called A Man Called Ove. And if you want to make sure that you're able to listen to your own inner voice instead of the crowd, then listen to the great mystery novel called Maidens. I hope that this awakens you to how powerful fiction can be. It's also a lot more fun, and it can also just feel like it's not so much a homework assignment. It will become just a way of life when you step into the shoes of the characters you meet. So I hope you find one in here that works for you.